Hello and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out Show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, and I'm joined by former Canadiens defenseman, assistant coach, and 1986 Stanley Cup champion Rick Green, and my Gazette colleague and What the Puck writer, Brendan Kelly. Rick, Juraj Slafkovsky has struggled during these playoffs, especially, it looks like that big hit he took from Max Crozier of the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 4 of that first round series has had an impact on him. They're still having an impact on him. Do you think he's playing hurt, Rick?
I think there's something that's hanging on. He's not playing, obviously, the way that we saw him before. And this is unfortunate. He's a huge part of that group, a huge part of the line. And he just seems to be a little tentative. He just seems to be a little shy. He doesn't seem to be as confident. He's making some poor decisions with the puck. And, this is not a good time to have a guy like that struggle the way he has, because he was a big part of it, and he's not doing what he's capable of doing right now for whatever reason.
He made lots of progress during the regular season. Brendan, what's concerned you most about what we've seen from him in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it sounds funny to say, Stu, but I really hope he's injured. I hope, not, you know what I mean? Because if this is him not injured, he had that amazing first game where he scored a hat trick, including the overtime winner, and looked like the Slav. He became a dominant player this year. This was the year that he finally did it all, and there was so much excitement about where he had come to as a player. And, he's now only got 6 goals in 18 games, which is okay, I guess. But when you think that 3 of them were in that first game, so he's only had 3 goals in the last 17 games, that's not acceptable. And it's also beyond that, his puck management, his hockey IQ is off the charts, as in the wrong direction. I mean, he keeps making ridiculous passes in his own zone. He's making mistakes that he doesn't normally make. He's not physically implicated in the way that he has to be an effective player. I really think when this thing all ends that there'll be something. I just feel like it's like an upper body injury. Like he's just not. It's not because if it's not an injury, that would be really disturbing, because it really isn't the same Slafkovsky, and that first line it's problematic. Cole Caulfield doesn't seem able to play in the heat and in the grit of the playoffs. Suzuki's been good, but hasn't had as many points as he should have. So if you don't have Slafkovsky going, you have a big problem. And that's what's happened, is they've had to lean on third and fourth line guys to get the goals. Well, it's amazing, frankly, that you got into the conference final without someone like Slafkovsky playing. So been a big disappointment.
As you mentioned, 6 goals, 3 of them in Game 1 against Tampa, all on the power play, and 4 of his 6 goals in the playoffs have been on the power plays. Very little production, 5-on-5. What does Slafkovsky need to work on the most this summer moving forward with his game?
Well, I mean, he really gave us a good taste for most of the season, what he's capable of doing as a big power forward. Skated really well, a lot of confidence, shot the puck really well. And performed and had consistency in his game, both, offensively and defensively. And I think, again, he's still a pretty young guy. He's come to understand what his strengths are. He's matured, and, let's not panic. Unfortunately, he's not delivering at this time of year that we were hoping him to deliver, but he's got, the potential for him to be a dominant player and continue to be effective as a big power forward. I think it's a no-brainer. He'll be there, and he's maturing. He's a young guy, and he's learning from all these games and all of these events that he's seeing it firsthand. The type of sacrifices and the type of things that you need to do as a player to become better and to move the process forward to be a above average player.
Brendan, what do you think his game has grown the most this season?
Well, I think it's I think it's really the confidence. When he was moved on to the second line, and he became the guy, right? He became he was always kind of the third guy on that first line. It was Nick and Cole first, and then Juraj. And he gained that confidence. I think that was a lot of it, because the first few seasons, it was like, why is he so good sometimes and then really not good? And it generally actually was he would start later in the year. This is the year that he had a consistent year, 30 goals and 43 assists. I mean, that's amazing. And he showed that, he's a skilled player too. I mean, yeah, he's a power forward. He has to use his size, but I mean, some of the passing that this guy did, this was the year that we saw that he came up with a tremendous one-timer. So I think he became a really complete player this year. It's really exciting. Like for the longest time, there was always, I mean, he's been good from the beginning, but there were always question marks, right? Like, is he really, a real number one overall pick? And this season showed that, because to have that kind of player, I mean, there's a Cole Caulfield who's, it's great to get someone who can score 51 goals, but he's more unidimensional than Slav. To have a power forward, these guys don't grow on trees, and he doesn't back down. He became more physically implicated. And I think really it all comes back to confidence, that this was a season where he said, okay, I can be the guy as much as Suzuki and Caulfield, and I can go into the corners, but I can also do the skill game. And I think it's the whole package. I mean, any team would kill to have this guy.
Yeah, Rick, I think you have to think he's playing injured or some kind of an injury. I mean, third round of the playoffs, I think everybody's playing with some kind of bumps and bruises or whatever. We might find out after. You've gone through the grind, Rick. You've played through injuries. Just how difficult is that? When you got to suit up and you want to suit up, but you just don't have what you usually have.
Yeah, some things hurt more than others, but you gotta kind of put it behind you. I mean, these opportunities, like I said, they don't come around that often. So find a way. I mean, Slav, I don't see him getting to the net the same way. I don't see him pushing the same way, and that's concerning because that has to be part of his game plan. But everybody's got something wrong. There's never going to be a game that you play that you feel good and something doesn't hurt, and you just have to find a way to get your best game out there at whatever it takes to allow your team a chance to win.
Well, Ricky took that big hit in the Tampa series. He also got dropped by a punch in a fight. Do you think mentally that might have had some kind of an impact on him also?
Maybe it did. I mean, I think we look back at some of the comments where he doesn't seem to be the same, and time will tell. And hopefully not, but he's not playing the way the Slav that we used to know the way Slav played.
Well, maybe we'll find out once this playoffs is over. Anyway, that's it for this bonus episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it out there. We'll have 2 more bonus episodes coming up over the next few days, so you can look for those. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. And you can also get Hockey Inside Out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.